Hey, in this video I want to talk about red flags with women and what to avoid when you start dating a girl and you notice that certain behavioral traits are kind of disturbing. It happens a lot when you're dating girls. Everything's fine, you get to meet a girl, she seems really into you, then all of a sudden her personality changes and she goes cold, she becomes indifferent, or she becomes very bitchy or moody, or she pulls away. She apparently was into you, but then what happened? All of a sudden, bang, she's gone, she's lost interest, or she's being difficult and she's being flaky. How do you handle a situation and how do you avoid these red flags? Well, the truth is when you start dating a girl or when you first get to know a girl, you can see the truth if you open your eyes and you look clearly. You know, if you're not living under any kind of illusion or fantasy, if you keep your eyes open, you know exactly what you're seeing before you. You can see crazy behavior, you just have to recognize it. So I recently got a comment from a viewer who sent me a really interesting email, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's going to help a lot of people and it's useful to go over this. So his email says, I would love to hear your take on dating red flags. For instance, when a woman is insecure, structured, inflexible, emotionally immature, narcissistic, lacks integrity, is a user, taker, and so on. It would be great if you could make a video on each red flag with insights on how to recognize when a woman is trouble before we get too deeply involved. With insecure women, the ones with major problems with their self-image, regardless of how hot they are, for instance, they start to play mind games in an attempt to control you as soon as they feel like they have the power. Usually when you ask them out. All of a sudden, they will intentionally pull back, fake low interest level, make you jump through hoops, and sometimes even sabotage things and reject you, because their internal feeling of worthlessness is only relieved when they feel like they are in control. And when you stand up to them, if they try to jerk you around, they can't really deal with that. What's really sick is that they would rather miss out on the opportunity to be with a really great masculine guy that is an awesome catch, even if they have super high interest in him. If they can't establish emotional control over him, they pull away. That's how crazy this dating game is. In my experience, women with low self-esteem are capable of some of the ugliest, most heartless, disrespectful, and emotionally cruel acts out there. Well, this is something that a lot of guys experience. You know, you go out into the dating world and you meet a girl and you think everything's going to go great and it's going to be easy, but then soon enough you find out that it's not going to be easy. There are problems, there's a lot of red flags. Part of the reason why this happens is because the dating game's changed. A lot of girls are just looking for attention, they're not really looking for a boyfriend. They're just looking for fun, they're looking for validation. That's one problem you have to deal with. The other thing you have to keep in mind is this. It's easy to be friends with a girl, there's no problem. You know this yourself. When you're friends with a girl, everything's fine. The moment anything becomes sexualized, you know, for instance, you start to show interest in her, she starts to show interest in you, the moment the dynamic of the relationship changes, well, everything changes. Her attitude and her behavior is going to change as well. You'll notice this with girls if you were friends with them before and then you try to become more than just friends. The relationship changes, everything changes. She pulls away from you, she becomes difficult. You don't even recognize this person anymore, she's completely different. Well, this is what happens with red flags with women. Everything is fine because you haven't really sexualized the relationship. There is no romantic intent. Then all of a sudden she becomes aware that you're now a sexual possibility. Now she has to test you. She has to find out if you're strong or you're weak. And that's a filter she has to run to find out whether she wants to actually take the relationship further and become more intimate with you, or whether she wants to keep you in the friend zone. So it's no surprise you see these red flags, not just because of the culture and because of society and social media, but also because women and the relationship with you will change the moment you start to show any interest, or they even start to show interest in you. They're going to treat you differently. So this is something you need to be aware of. Now, if your girlfriend's pulled away from you, I highly recommend that you get a copy of my guide. It will show you everything you need to do to get your girlfriend back and to restore attraction and to keep her attracted to you. You can get your copy today by going to the link below this video. And if you need help with a specific relationship problem, please don't hesitate to book a Skype or email consultation with me. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Talk soon.